found ourselves at a junction, and that junction is the midpoint of season 1 of the Mighty Nein.
We're finally here.
All right, let's roll our dice to see who's hosting today. I will, of course, be rolling Caleb. Normally, I would not do a repeat this early on, but this episode's called Little Spark, so
You have to.
I have to.
I'm going to be rolling Not's best buddy so far in the campaign, and that is going to be Not.
Did you say Not's best buddy?
Did I say Caleb's best buddy?
I don't think so. I think you said Not's best buddy.
I think it's funnier if I leave it,
Fair enough.
so I'm going to leave it.
Megan, give me your best Not impression.
Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta like get into the mindset of Not.
The weird thing is like finding the voice because I know what I want to say. I'm going to wear your face like a diaper.
It's not bad, actually.
Thank you.
Not bad.
What's
right, ready?
yours?
I'm not doing well. I'm rolling Caleb, so
So just depressed.
yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1.
What'd you get?
Very low.
Well, it's kind of fitting you'd probably be doing the intro for Caleb. Yeah.
Drei.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3. He does that a lot in the campaign. Well, actually, it would be this. Drei.
I got 13.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rated MA. As always, I'm Allie, and this is Meg, and today we are watching The Mighty Nein, Season 1, Episode 5, Little Spark. We're very, very, very excited to get into this one today. I'm assuming this is going to be a pretty Caleb-heavy episode. They've posted some small teasers for the episode and sneak peeks, and based on what I've seen, this might be a rough one. It's also probably going to be the midpoint of the series, which means a lot of secrets are going to be revealed. A lot of narrative things are going to change in the story. This is the point of no return. Things can never go back to the way they were after this episode. So this is going to be a fun one, I think. Meg and I will be taking notes as we go through. We do have a notes portion at the end of our video where we discuss things that happened. Most of the time, we just try to keep it to things that are similar from the campaigns or things that we found interesting. Occasionally, Meg will have a question. If you're new to our channel, I know a lot about the Mighty Nein, and Meg knows very little. She knows what I've told her and then what she herself has watched. We also have a Patreon where you guys can watch the unedited reactions to these videos, or you can simply buy the episodes that you want to see. Also, this is your spoiler warning for this episode. I've been doing these. I don't know how many of you have actually been watching them, but I will be talking about spoilers for the Mighty Nein campaign. Nothing too endgame related because I don't want to spoil things for Meg, but if you don't want to know any spoilers, bye. Bye. Goodbye. Be gone. Shoo. Meg, you ready to watch?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Previously on the Mighty Nein.
Would be
Caleb,
Liam this time.
The Soltris Academy?
Frumpkin.
Frumpkin. I do think this season will end with him getting Frumpkin as a permanent familiar. Hi guys, this is Meg and Allie from the future. We just finished recording this episode and we wanted to let you guys know that there is a major content warning in this episode. If you are sensitive to PTSD, if you are sensitive to torture, if you are sensitive to animal death, this is your warning. Be very careful with this episode. This episode gets pretty grotesque. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna cry in this episode, guys. It's pretty rough. So if you are sensitive to loss of family, loss of pets, torture, violence, that type of stuff, this is your warning. Please be careful. Take care of yourselves.
This is a very, very difficult episode to watch.
This is your warning, guys. We're going to get into the reaction right after this, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, enjoy the episode.
Let me tell you a story.
Oh no! We're starting with backstory? Oh god.
Brenn! Frühstück!
Oh, they're revealing the name?
Guten Morgen, Mutter. Ich werde ihn holen, bevor euer vorzüglicher Haferbrei kalt wird.
Okay, he's cute. I would have been into him.
Oh, 100%.
Danke, kleiner Funke.
Yes, I knew it would be a nickname his mother called him. I wonder if we'll see Astrid and Eadwulf too.
Oh, nix für ungut, Kleine, aber ich denke nicht, dass du's besser kannst.
Sohn, du hast einen Trumpf in Ärmel?
Wow, this is all in German. Yeah, he's hot.
Oh, components.
Oh, das.
Transmutation.
Ist nichts weiter als ein Werkzeug, wie eine Hecke oder ein Hammer.
Wow, they really had Liam in there learning German.
I love that, though.
I do too, but I don't love that that's going to be Trent fucking Ickathon coming out of the goddamn carriage.
I presume this is your work.
Pardon me. Is there some kind of problem?
How rude of me. Aber ich habe gehört, dass da ein Bauerssohn in den Feldern von Semnisei, der eine Gabe für Magie habe. Dein Werk, nehme ich an?
Es war ein Versehen.
Arkanfeuer.
Okay, so arcane fire can burn
als natürliche Flamme.
Hotter.
that's gonna
Solch
come
einen
up later.
Zauber ohne Ausbildung heraufzubeschwören.
It's hard to make notes when they're speaking in fucking German.
Lesen, aber sie zu verstehen. Ich glaube, du wirst an der Soltris Akademie großen Erfolg haben.
Das Schulgeld ist
Wir
I can't believe they
könnten Vieh auf
revealed
den
the
Markt
name
bringen.
thing.
Geliebte.
I'm kind of shocked by
Wir
that
würden
actually.
Bren nie vom Dienste des Königreichs zurückhalten wollen.
Blöde.
Franken, nein!
Das Pergament ist verzaubert.
Bren
So, dass wenn
Ermendrude.
dieser
Wow, they
Brief
put it out
brennt,
there. All right.
alsdann in der Zulassungsstelle erscheint.
That's how he signs it.
Los, Carla.
Du schaffst das, Bursche. Los.
Bren, Aldrich, Ermendrud, willkommen zur Soltris Akademie.
This is making me so upset. If it fucking cuts to
hello.
them. Oh, Astrid
Hello
Beowulf.
yourself. I'm Astrid. The big lank is Eadwulf. What's your name?
Bren!
Oh.
Meg, did you know that Caleb wasn't his real name?
No,
I've been keeping that one from you because I wasn't sure if you knew about it or not.
I did not. I knew that he was hiding his past, but I didn't know he changed his name.
Yep. His name is Bren Aldrich Ermendrude. That's his real name.
I mean, it makes sense though, because he was on the run and he's trying to get away. So why would he use his real name?
Yeah, that is not revealed in the campaign until episode. What episode was that? Episode 49.
Why do people keep trying to kill us in this goddamn town?
You know what? So valid, not.
This is not a fight we can win. We need to run.
No chance. This fucker's been following me for weeks.
Oh, my traveler fort!
Get Sailor Boy on his feet. We'll buy you time.
That's not good.
The poison's not reacting to my magic.
Oh, is it bad?
Caleb literally must be like pretty much shitting his pants right now.
My guardian goblin.
Wizard fight! Wizard fight! Ooh, that was
Nice.
hot. That was hot. 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 Stunning strike!
Yes!
Atta girl, Beauregard.
Wow, we won.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Ford.
Oh, Ford.
I've got more than a few questions for her.
More townsguard will be here any minute.
Oh, Caleb and I saw an abandoned farmhouse on the way here.
Oh, Caleb's not done. Okay.
The fuck, man? We need her alive.
He doesn't.
My amulet. Give it to me.
Oh, that is so bad.
Du hast dicke Eier, um zu spät zu kommen.
More like his chicken legs were too slow.
Above all else, you must protect yourself. Come, join me here. The first 3 students who do, pass. The rest, fail.
That's a sleep spell. Who's got Misty Step?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Entangle.
Entanglement.
Oh, that one sucks.
Traps. He's testing us. You see that route?
I'm guessing those 3 are gonna be the ones to make it.
They have to be.
Brace you, chicken legs.
Damn, it will spine.
Kind of rude.
Well, he told them you have to protect yourself. Oh,
Of course.
he does know Awelia.
Off King Brother.
So this is different from how it was in the campaign?
Well done.
Not the head scratch.
These students have displayed a wisdom I have been trying to impart all semester. But as you saw today, you must do whatever it takes to succeed. I have a special task for you three.
Was that everything you needed? What does it mean that she broke your amulet?
Yeah, Caleb. What does it mean?
I also find it quite interesting that this woman has been tracking you. Yeah.
But I think she's tangled up in an explosion at the border.
The Kryn and Empire are always trying to kill each other.
Not like this.
Don't you feel it? War's brewing.
You can feel that?
I can feel when my purse is empty. She is too dangerous to let live.
Are you suggesting we execute her?
Our traveling troupe has reached its destination.
I love Molly.
could've
It's like
just
the
said we're
carriage
here.
driver. He's so funny.
I hate how much I'm becoming attached to Molly in this show.
I know, it's so mean. I never liked Molly this much as I did when I watched the campaign. I like him so much more in the show than I did in the campaign.
They're doing it on purpose. I know they are.
We're looking much greener than usual.
Come on, Ford, let's find you a bed.
The chair. The fucking chair.
Go help Jester. You have a gift for toxins and the like.
I'm watching you, Undercut.
Undercut.
She is a wizard like me. Perhaps I can assist with the interrogation.
Fine.
Traveler, please, I don't want Ford to die.
Oh, get out of the way!
Oh, don't push her.
The poison may be magic, but it resembles adder venom. You can make a home remedy with basilisk tone. These little yellow flowers have antiseptic properties. D-I-E?
You guys know I can spell, right? Sorry about that.
Fair.
I didn't mean...
Whisper the first syllable of a spell, and I crush your larynx. Then my friend here lights your ass up. You and your Volstrucker buddy stole something from the Kryn. And it sure as fuck wrecked Rockard Garrison, so what was it?
She's just gonna fuck with Caleb the whole time.
Yeah, she is. She's gonna try to get under his skin.
3 days. 3 days till what?
Leave the prisoner in isolation for 3 days before questioning.
It's full strucker training.
Then flow through the shades.
Oh, that's diabolical.
You will answer questions, or you will regret what comes next.
Hot. These cuts are diabolical.
Think this is another test?
Everything is a test with him.
Guys, relax. I bet we're gonna get promoted.
You first, little spark.
You have no right to call him that.
If they make me watch Trent Ickathon torturing a 16-year-old Caleb Widowgast, I will freak the fuck out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're gonna do, Allie.
Tis only a chair.
It's only a chair. Fucking.
Do you know
When
why
I get my hands on
plucked
you
out of the
motherfuckers.
same Kingsman? Because you,
God
my
damn
boy,
you.
are special.
You mean join the Cerberus Assembly?
Not quite. As of tonight, you will join an elite group.
Oh
The
no.
secret
No,
force
no, no. Is
trained
this
in
for the
incredible
residuum?
magic.
Yes, I think so.
But make no mistake, you are the rising star, Bren.
Yeah, he was like the prodigy.
The little spark who became a firestorm.
Oh, no.
I don't want to watch this.
Oh my god! Oh, not the close up.
Paid.
Oh.
Endure it. A sign of your dedication.
Oh god, I was hoping they were gonna actually show it.
I can't look at this. Oh my god.
So many.
Okay, I think she gets it.
You should not have stopped me.
You certainly know a lot about these people.
Yes, he does.
I love the yellow in his eyes. It's making him so eerie.
This is her plan. To sow doubt between us, then escape when we are focused on each other.
Oh,
Cutting to this after all of that, crazy.
Listen, we need this.
I love the tieflings.
Whenever you want to say hi, I'm just freaking out here trying to save a life.
That's the trouble with gods, isn't it? You never know if they'll be there when you need them. You know who is always here? At least in the scant few days I've known you.
The traveler must have sent Ford so I can have a friend when he's busy.
Aww.
Oh.
Well, this doesn't seem like enough.
Can you use your special vision to find more? Like with that ugly ghost frog?
Wanna know a secret?
Interesting.
That's never happened before.
Oh. What happens if you drink blood?
Those answers lay in the past, and I find the past dreadfully boring.
Oh yeah, is that why you carry those fancy cards?
I don't need the cards to tell me that adventure lays before us. You people are damned interesting. And the most intriguing of all is this wide-eyed, talented woman who'd do best to leave a one-sided relationship with an invisible god.
Molly's trying to be like, forget the traveler.
Molly in the campaign is interesting because I don't remember him having an affiliation with the gods, but there's some part of me that thinks that he might actually have been affiliated with the Moonweaver, who is a god of trickery. Molly wasn't like sneaky, but I want to say that blood hunters are also like relatively high dex when it came to fighting. They were more like rogues than they were fighters or barbs.
Yeah, no, they definitely are more like rogues than fighters and bards for sure.
Yeah, strength or dexterity, you can pick. I want to take a guess and say that Molly was likely high dex because he did a lot of sleight of hand stuff. And I think Molly had a slight connection with the Moonweaver. I think that was the only one that he really liked, but I don't remember.
Yes, Molly is definitely more high dex, which makes sense. His dex was 17 and his strength is 10.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, he uses scimitars, which are light melee light, so that's usually dex.
Get off of me.
Stop.
Oh, is she gonna hear his
What,
real
you think
accent, I
wanna
wonder?
touch your sweat-ass body?
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'm trying to keep you cool so the fever doesn't cook your brain.
You know about poison.
I knew an alchemist once. He taught me a few things.
That's pretty impressive. But...
You son of a bitch!
Captain! I tried to stop him, but
Yeah, he's got the real accent.
I'm not the man you thought I was. I'm sorry.
No. Shh. It's okay.
I love Not so much. Besides Caleb and Essex, she's an easy number 2 favorite character for me, I think.
Love not.
Tell me what the fuck she's saying.
You may not trust me, Beauregard, but we cannot do this here.
Spill it. You working with her?
Nein.
Then who the fuck are you?
Sag es ihr ruhig. Du bist immer noch Wohlstrucker.
Now that I understood.
Oh.
It hurts so much.
You will not have to endure it alone.
I was supposed to be a farmer.
You have a purpose now. These arms make us something new. Kryn, you are beautiful. We will be together.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They're gonna give us
All
that
right.
info. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Did you know about that?
No.
Oh, because they used to go dancing. That's right.
You see the monk?
Not yet.
He's hot.
Oh, yeah. The man bun's doing things for me.
You were a menace. Almost broke my foot. Oh. Thank you, Herr Kryn.
Maybe save the flirting for after the mission. Where's the target?
Wolf.
No need to be jealous, Wolf. I will let you dip me later.
Caleb's freak ass.
Hello?
They're the three of them are in a relationship.
Nice.
Bring the thunder, big guy.
Music to my arms.
So Wolf is more of a fighter, and the two of them are more wizard heavy. I love watching the Arcana.
Only Cobalt Soul allowed.
They're breaking into the Cobalt Soul, though.
Oh!
I'm assuming this is the Cobalt Soul in Rexentrum, but it could be elsewhere.
Oh my god.
I mean, they're Volstrucker. They're assassins. This is what they are trained to do.
Yeah.
Detect magic!
Now that's really cool way to show it.
Yep. That's my boy. Oh, that's a map of Wildmount.
You must be brave or stupid to break into this soul. So I suggest you spill your guts and give up your patron.
Maybe you should spill yours.
Suggestion?
It's gonna.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There's a reason wizards are called glass cannons.
Do not do this now, Beauregard.
Du bist ein Mörder.
God, Owelia is so creepy.
Vater liebt dich immer noch.
Oh shit!
She's gonna fucking escape.
You son of a bitch. You're a Volstrucker. Give me one good reason not to snap your neck right now.
You know,
She's
Owelia's
gone.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Shit!
She specializes in like poison and stuff. That's interesting.
Oh, the prisoner's free. I'm sure that's totally on purpose.
I love Molly.
I really like Molly.
Oh shit. Caleb's like, this is my kill.
You wanted to know me. This is who I am.
My fire alarm's going off. I'm gonna mute myself.
Do you want? Okay, let's pause maybe.
I'm gonna show you.
It's a shame about your village. The Zemni fields are now being
I don't like
used as
this.
a rebel base to spread lies against the king. Bren, what would you do to traitors?
I would raze their farms to the ground, then hang their ashen corpses along the Kingsway as a warning to all.
Oh.
Caleb was a little bit evil.
These missives contain a list of traitors as named by the king's spy masters.
God damn it.
Please don't let his
However,
parents be on there.
uh,
No. No.
You may recognize some names on the list.
Her eyes are so freaky. He's gonna fucking sunder her. Oh, dancing lights! I love that spell.
Here he comes.
I heard you'd wasted away in a sanatorium. Forgot even
Oh.
how to speak. But you're less rusty than I expected.
Oh!
Cat sire! Oh, I didn't think we'd see that for a while.
Everyone all right out there? Where's Caleb? Trapped in a well? Oh, he used a rune trap to stop you so he could follow the poison lady alone. Wait, you left him alone?
This is so
relax.
funny.
He's used this trick before. Brew the flowers into a tea and give it to Ford before he croaks. You probably have 10 minutes? I don't know.
Okay, interesting. Not's the one that's gonna go
I
get
never
Caleb.
understood why you were his favorite. I never betrayed him. Yet all he wants is to find you.
Shield!
That was so cool.
That's my man. Megan, I don't want to watch this episode anymore because I know what's coming.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking burn down his house, kill his parents.
Oh my god, these fucking parallels are crazy.
Master Ikithon will never stop sending us until you come home.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh no! I'm gonna start crying. My eyes are already tearing up.
my god.
She sent that to Trent.
Oh no.
No! You can hear Frumpkin because Frumpkin's in the house.
Oh my god.
The little spark who became a firestorm. You, my boy.
And now it's gonna be able to see what he's capable of.
She's gonna be right behind him.
Stop! That was fucking rude! Why would you do that?
Endure it.
Holy shit. Uh-oh.
It's okay. You'll be okay. I'm here.
Oh.
Oh my god,
Okay.
how are they gonna go to commercial right now? I'm actually gonna crash out if I have to watch other people shit on Caleb after this moment. Like other reactors who don't know. And I know it's not other people's fault for not knowing the whole story, but I will have to exit out of videos if I hear people bad-mouthing him. I can't handle it.
This...
Yeah, I'm bawling right now. Man, I knew it was gonna hurt. I didn't know how far they were gonna go with it, but
they went all the way.
I mean, apart from showing them inside the house, like trying to claw their way out, like there wasn't much further they could have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they showed him looking in the window and Frumpkin was inside, I was praying that was as far as it was gonna go, but then showing him trying to get out of the house and
that was
really hard to watch. I mean, I knew that they did that in the comic book because there's an origin story for Caleb, there's an origin story for a lot of them. And there's a panel in the comic book of Frumpkin in the house while it's on fire because the audience in the campaign knew that Caleb had Frumpkin as a child.
Yeah.
But you didn't know if it was like a childhood pet that had died before he had, killed his family, but it very heavily insinuated that Frumpkin might have been there the night. So yeah.
This episode's like really upsetting.
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to put a warning at the front for animal violence and stuff. Probably want to put a content warning on this one. Molly, stop pulling that fucking card!
This is the second time now?
I'll say this. We've got questions. Well, hey, well done.
Stop making me like you so much, Molly. Stop it.
Molly's death didn't affect me too much in the campaign because I knew he was gonna die.
Like shit.
It's gonna hurt
How
in
do
the
you know
show.
what shit tastes like, Your friend's got problems, kid.
Yeah, like you're a peach. Caleb doesn't make me do anything.
Really?
God, not still on his
Because you
side.
guys have very parent-child vibes.
But I am the parent.
This is
You
one
do
of my favorite
understand that,
conversations in the campaign.
I keep him safe so he can get better and stronger and achieve great things.
He's my boy.
I protect him. He's my
I
boy.
love
He's
God.
my
He'll be a
boy.
great man someday.
God damn it. That's one of my favorite conversations in God, I was hoping they would do that. That was almost verbatim.
I weirdly want to beat his ass, but also hug him right now. I think you owe us some words, trash wizard.
Trash wizard!
Dirt wizard, trash wizard.
I have not been entirely honest with you. But that ends today. Let me tell you a story.
How I killed my parents, yeah.
And that's...
Wow.
I want more.
Yeah, I don't, actually. I think I'm good.
I think you're good.
I think I'm gonna need a week's refresh to like get over. Oh, actually, I did want to see who some of the guest stars were. No, I did not know any of them. I feel emotionally devastated right now. I feel like a fucking mess. Sorry, guys. I probably look like a mess too, but I don't know what I expected. Oh man, I might cry about the "He's My Boy" scene too. I'm gonna be completely honest, that might make me tear up.
I was gonna say for this episode, because Caleb is your favorite character, would you like to go first? But do you need a minute?
I definitely need a minute. I really love him. So
before we start, while Allie has a second, I'm just gonna say spoiler warning.
Yeah, there's a spoiler warning. We're gonna talk about stuff in the campaign. I'm gonna cry through it, but we're gonna get there. Oh god. The audio for this video is gonna be a fucking nightmare.
There's a lot of emotions.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't help that it's 4:30 in the morning.
Caleb is your favorite, and you have like kind of like an attachment.
I mean, he's my favorite Critical Role character, just like full stop. But he's so
hurt and was manipulated, and
it's so not his fault. That's the sad part about it. We'll talk about it when we get into notes, but I know that there are going to be some people who have an issue with all of this coming out now. Because like I said, I told this to Meg during the commercial break, but this story and like the name Bren Ermendrude does not come out until episode 49. It's called A Game of Names. And it comes out, I mean, like right before they get to the dynasty. They get to the dynasty in episode like 55, 56 or something. And like this is right before that. The party knew for a while that something was up with him, but they didn't know that he was a Volstrucker. The only people that knew, as far as I remember, were Not and Bo. And Bo basically corners him and is like, you need to tell me what's going on. And he basically says, if I'm remembering, it's been a long time since I've watched those episodes, but he's basically like, well, Not should know this too, because she's my friend, like she's my oldest friend. And so the two of them went with Caleb and they went to like a private room, and at the table Matt asked everyone else to leave, so it was just Marisha, Sam, and Liam at the table. And Liam said, I'm going to tell you a story about how I killed my parents.
I am going to tell you the story of how I murdered my mother and father.
And that's how he introduces this whole narrative, which is what this is paralleling at the end of this. And I know there are going to be people that don't like it. I think it's perfect because I think it is setting ESSEK and Caleb up as parallels, because their relationship is one of the most important relationships in this whole show. Because ESSEK and Caleb having a relationship saves the dynasty and the empire from going to war, and it prevents things that happen in campaign 3 from happening much sooner. So setting Caleb up as this figure who parallels ESSEK so heavily of Trent Ickathon was so nice to him and so kind to him, and he fell into his trap, and now Trent has hooked ESSEK and Caleb under his thumb and has done to them untold horrors of what they've been manipulated into doing. The only difference is that Caleb was a child and ESSEK was an adult when it happened. That's the only difference. I enjoy that element of the way they're restructuring the narrative, but I do know that there will be people that will be disappointed that that wasn't kept a secret longer.
Well, I mean, this show's only gonna be a few seasons, and there's 8 episodes. I mean, they kind of have to.
It's gonna be longer than Vox Machina. It's gonna have to be. I'm assuming it's gonna go like 7 or 8 seasons, probably. Okay. I'd love for it to go 9.
9.
Like
you said, it's a good setup for ESSEK, especially because now we're meeting ESSEK so early.
I think it garners a lot of sympathy for ESSEK in that you saw how he was manipulated by Trent, and I think it's very obvious to people that he's being manipulated by Trent, but then you see it with Caleb and you realize like, oh, he just does this to everyone.
Trent's a piece of shit.
He just sucks. And I hope that there are people out there who will watch this episode and go, oh, probably isn't fully ESSEK's fault. Like ESSEK fell into a trap. I want people to remember this about ESSEK, because I don't think people, and it's this is no fault of other people who are not familiar either with the campaign or with D&D in general, but ESSEK, in terms of his race, is considered younger than Caleb. ESSEK is 120 years old, but for a drows live
a long time,
hundreds of years. Like ESSEK is considered like in his 20s, and Caleb is 33. So ESSEK, I saw a lot of people complaining about like, oh, well, ESSEK's just stupid and blah, blah. That's not it. He's naive because he's considered young for what he is. But I think what they're doing here is also setting up an antagonist. You hate Trent because you saw what he did. And like you kind of already hated him in the beginning. It's kind of impossible not to hate Trent from the first couple episodes. But now we have an enemy to look for, which is this guy ruined Caleb's life, made him kill his parents, you know, made him lose everything. And we as an audience now understand Caleb has a motive and a reason to go after Trent, which eventually will tie back into the beacons, will tie back into ESSEK. It's a way to loop things around narratively.
That there are going to be arguments of people being like, well, he didn't make him do anything.
There's an answer for that, though, that hasn't come up yet, hasn't been revealed yet, so.
Not yet, but some people have no idea what happens in the campaign.
Yeah, if you're someone out there who's not familiar with the campaign, first of all, I don't know why you're watching this. Don't watch spoilers unless you don't care. But if you're sitting there and you're going, wow, I can't believe that he just went out there and killed his parents, there is a lot more to it than just that, and that will be revealed with time. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't revealed in this episode because
it could be next episode.
Caleb knows about it, but I don't know. I kind of get the sense that next episode is just going to pick up a few days later. Because obviously next episode isn't going to pick up with Caleb rehashing the story because we, the audience, just saw what happened. It wouldn't make sense. Like it might be a much simplified version of that of like, I knew this man named Trent. So, I mean, it's possible that he brings that up next episode. Maybe that's where we'll pick up, but it won't be an extended conversation like what we saw here.
It'd be something short or like the very end of it and them asking him questions.
Maybe, yes. I mean, it could honestly just pick up straight with the questions. There is a little bit more to the situation of him killing his parents than just what meets the eye. So if you're someone out there who's very angry with Caleb, give him a little bit of grace.
Here, do you want to start with notes today?
Well, I mean, if you want, Meg, I will start with notes and finish off here.
This is your episode. This is your boy. Go for it.
Yeah, hopefully I don't fucking ball my way through this one. All right. So we started in the Zemni fields with Bren Ermendrude, which is Caleb Widogast's real name. For fans of the campaign, this is a very, not necessarily a well-kept secret, but this is a very revered secret because when this is revealed, it is shocking. For context, a little bit, I won't spoil anything for Meg. Caleb reveals his secret in regards to another character revealing a secret. It's basically like an exchange where one character says, well, I'll tell you this. And he says, my name was Bren Aldrich Ermendrude. And everyone at the table is like, what? You know, no one was expecting it to come.
My name was Bren Aldrich Ermendrude. Was.
And so that was, I mean, that's a massive reveal. And we saw him in the Zemni fields where he's from with his parents, Una and Leofric, Ermendrude. Those are his parents' name, and Frumpkin, his childhood cat. Yeah, and the conversation, like I think the first 5 to 6 minutes of this show were in German. We saw Caleb's specialty, which is not evocation, like I think a lot of people might assume. Evocation, of course, is like a lot of the fire spells are evocation. Caleb's actual specialty is transmutation, which I've mentioned a few times on this channel, which is basically the idea that he can take one material and turn it into something else. So in this case, it was rope and he turned it into metal. I should have seen it coming, what they did with it, which was they showed it at the beginning. They did what's called a bookend, where they showed it in the beginning and they showed it all innocently of him fixing the fence, to him much later in the episode taking it and building a barrier that trapped his family. That's a very popular and common screenwriting technique. It's also evil, and I'm sad about it. We see that Trent Ickathon has heard that there is a young farm boy in the Zemni fields who is showing arcane potential. Bren and his family were loyal to the Empire. And for them, I mean, the Soltris Academy was more than he could have ever afforded. He intended his whole life to be a farmhand and a farmer and to help his parents with their homestead forever. And Trent comes in all kind, elderly, smiles, and seduces the family into thinking that this is the right call. Let me take your son away to the main city of Rexentrum. Let me train him, and I will make him into a great magician, basically.
Fuck that guy.
And Caleb and his family, I mean, they fall right into it. They have no reason to think that he's lying to them. This is a member of the Cerberus Assembly. This is a professor at the Soltris Academy. Like, why would they not trust him? Why would Trent be bad? And so Caleb decides to come, and it is the beginning of the end of his life. Trent did say something very interesting in this episode. He said arcane fire burns hotter than regular flames, or something akin to that, which will 100% come back up later. I imagine Caleb parroting those words back to Trent if they ever run into Trent face to face. And I do love that we got this very quick glimpse of Frumpkin scratching at Trent, because animals can get a good read on people. It's just a little tiny hint of, like, not that the audience needs a hint at this point, but that Trent is bad juju.
Listen to your animals.
Then when Bren is leaving, he meets Astrid and Eadwulf. Astrid Beck and Eadwulf Grieve, who are two other pupils that Trent picked up along the way that were then taken to Soltris to train alongside him. We found out in the campaign that several weeks have gone by, which is good. That gives us a kind of time frame, because I originally was thinking that this show had taken place over the course of a few days, but it seems like it's been much longer. Since the explosion at the garrison to now, it has been weeks. But the Mighty Nein has only been together for a handful of days, I'm assuming. Maybe, although they could have been traveling for a little bit longer. We don't know how long it took them to go out to the swamp and come back, but it has at least been a few days with the Nine. We saw Stunning Strike in action for the first time against Owelia, and we saw a little bit. It seems as though Owelia's specialty was poison. I found that very interesting, like poison and toxin and disease, whereas Caleb's is fire, obviously, is his specialty. This is an interesting. I mean, obviously, all of this stuff with Owelia doesn't happen in the campaign, but Caleb getting his amulet broken is very surprising to me. I was not expecting that. Although I think I know where it's going to go from here. I think we will see him get a replacement, and I think I know where he will get a replacement from. We learned that Caleb did know Owelia. Again, this is different from the campaign. In the campaign, Owelia is a very, very, very small character. She's mentioned only by name a handful of times. They do see her at one point, but I don't think they interact with her. I don't think they talk to her. But Trent in the campaign, I think, describes her as a recent graduate, which to me always read that she was younger, because Caleb never graduated from Soltris actually, but he would have been a student almost 15 years ago. We saw the chair, which is a funny reference from the campaign. It doesn't happen. I'm assuming the actual chair will come up much later in the campaign. There was this whole thing about the Mighty Nein versus this fucking chair, and it was driving Matt crazy. There was nothing going on with the chair. It was literally just a chair, but it was a chair in the middle of a room, and they were like, I'm investigating it. And he was like, okay, it has 4 legs. Like, what do you want? And Matt was so confused, but they were like, why would someone just leave a chair in the middle of the, like, they were freaking out about it. We got our first glimpse at Folly, which is Ford and Molly, who have a really fun dynamic in the campaign that I really hope that we're starting to see, which is Ford and Molly were roommates. And Ford often woke up to find Molly naked because Molly slept naked. And it was this whole thing that Ford was like, I've seen his dick. I know what his penis looks like. And like, it was this whole joke. But yeah, so we saw the beginnings of Ford and Molly's little friendship, which is cute.
Allie, your hair's on your Christmas tree.
Oh, man. It sure was. Veth has a knack for toxins and poisons, and I actually wrote down alchemist, and this was before Caleb said it, but we also learned that Veth previously knew an alchemist. I can't tell Meg about that because she doesn't know about that, so for those of you who know, you know. We saw Bo and Caleb interrogating Owelia, which, of course, Caleb is the correct one to lead that interrogation because a Volstrucker knows how to fight a Volstrucker.
Oh, yeah.
And Bo is very out of her depth. She reverts a little bit back to the Bo that we saw at the Cobalt Soul, where she believes that she knows how to do it, and she can't really stomach the idea that Caleb might be right, that like they need to do it differently. But also, Caleb is very cruel in what he does to her. I mean, he's basically like burning her with hot metal. He had to do it. There was no other way, and she didn't talk. She still didn't do anything, even when she was being tortured, because Caleb knows, because Caleb's been tortured before.
I want to hop in and add something really quick. The fact that, like, Bo, she was like, are you fucking working with her? The fact that Caleb ended up executing Aurelia, I think definitely laid that to rest. Because if Aurelia got away, Bo would never trust Caleb.
Well, I also too, I was starting to wonder if there was going to be a conversation that we did not see that happened off screen that we would get hints at later on. Because in the campaign, Caleb first tells Bo and Not that he's a Volstrucker. They are the first two people that learn it because Bo is very suspicious of him and she questions him a lot. And so when it cut to commercial, and it was like Not had pulled up and she called for Caleb and he passed out, and then Bo came around the corner, I was assuming it would cut back to the house and then it would be like Jester and Ford and them and Molly didn't know what had happened, just that Aurelia had been killed, but they didn't necessarily know what Caleb had done. So I do wonder then if we pick up next game with this next episode, if we pick up next episode with the conversation and he leaves some things out that only Bo and Not know. Because if the next episode starts and it's days later and they're on their way to Zadash, that was where they were headed, and they're still headed to Zadash, I'm just going to assume that he told them everything. We found out that Trent had selected Bren, Astrid, and Aedwulf for the Volstrucker program, and we saw the quite horrific scene of him implanting the residuum crystals. That was a rough watch. I'm not going to lie, Chief. That was pretty gross.
That was really disturbing. Usually I can stomach some things, but that I could not.
Yes, when I saw them in the rags, I knew exactly what it was going to be, because the way it was explained in the campaign was Trent was a professor at Soltris, but he ran a secret program called the Volstrucker. So when they did that test out in the courtyard with the other students, I was like, oh, this is how he's selecting the Volstrucker. And then when it cut to them and they were in different clothing, I was like, this is Volstrucker training, isn't it?
Yeah, like I knew Caleb was a Volstrucker, but I didn't know how that happened. I did not know the process of it. Hate that guy.
I hate that guy too. There was this really interesting conversation with Molly and Jester, though. I kind of want to rewatch that scene because I feel like I missed context maybe while I was trying to take a note. I'm not sure what Molly meant by the conversation that he had, where he basically was like, the whole time that we've been together, the Traveler hasn't been here, but you know who has? And I didn't know if he was insinuating himself or if he was insinuating like everyone as a group, but then Jester turned it into like, oh my god, the Traveler sent forward, and Molly was like, okay.
I feel like Molly's kind of like pay attention more to what's around you than
Yes,
focusing on the
definitely.
Traveler. Like this is the reality. Molly has something with the gods, against the gods.
Molly's not very religious.
No, and that was very clear in that part where he's kind of like, does he really exist? Like, is he really showing up for you? Do the gods really show up for their people?
He also said that the Blood Hunter stuff never happened before. Yeah. Which is exactly what I thought was going on when he killed Gustav in the tent. I was like, oh, that was the first time he's ever done that, because he looked terrified.
He did. He was like, what the fuck just happened?
I did notice something interesting. They split up the groups in this. So Bo and Caleb were partnered up, Ford and Not were partnered up, and then Molly and Jester. No one really has any issues with Molly, so Molly's totally fine. But Ford and Not obviously have a very tense relationship, and then so do Bo and Caleb. And I found it interesting how they paired them all off, because in the campaign, Ford and Not, I mentioned this last episode, they have a very love-hate relationship, and it was very nice to see the backside of that, which is, okay, they do care about each other, but also it's really funny if she just keeps making fun of him the whole time. I enjoy that dynamic. And the Molly and Jester are interesting because they're kind of two sides of the spectrum, where I think it is a lot like what you said, Meg, where Molly is very live in the moment and Jester is kind of lost in her head a little bit. So there's an interesting parallel between them. And then there's also Caleb and Bo, where Bo feels very much like they have to do things by the rules, and Caleb is kind of like, fuck the rules, which is interesting because you would picture Bo, I think, more like that. So this was a really interesting way of showing how each of these pairs does things a little bit differently.
They like paired the opposites together.
Not mention that she knew an alchemist. I brought that up. She also heard Ford's real accent.
Yeah. You think she's gonna bring that up next episode at all?
I think she'll bring it up eventually. I don't know that she'll bring it up. Honestly, I think she'll bring it up to Jester.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jester will be like, yeah, he does that sometimes, basically. we saw the kind of breaking of trust between Bo and Caleb, which we all saw coming because Owelia sucks. And also, very interesting, we saw that Astrid, Wolf, and Bren had previously broken into the Cobalt Soul, which I don't think is ever mentioned in the campaign. I don't know that maybe it comes up in one of the origin stories. I'm not 100% sure, but that is fascinating. But that also does explain how Caleb knows about the Cobalt Soul, which he had displayed in a previous episode. It hasn't come up in the show yet, but in the campaign, Caleb has a perfect memory. He actually has a feat for it in D&D Beyond called the Keen Mind feat, which allows him, 1, to always know where north is, 2, to always know what time of day it is, and 3, to remember everything that he's read in it's like everything. He remembers everything. He has like a
photographic memory.
It's a photographic memory, but there's another term for it. It's it starts with an E, I think. If I think of it, I'll say it. But so for him, if he was given a mission brief on the Cobalt Soul even 15 years ago, he still remembers it now.
So it is the same thing as a photographic memory, but it's called ESSEK?
Eidetic memory. Yeah, it starts with an E.
It's the same thing though as photographic.
Yeah, eidetic is the proper term, photographic is the colloquial term. That's what he has basically. So he, like I said, it hasn't come up in the show yet. It will at some point because that Keen Mind feat saves their fucking lives a few times. So that'll come up at some point. We saw Trent telling Caleb about his parents and sending him out to the Zemni fields to put them down. We also got word that Caleb spent a little bit of time in the sanatorium, the Vergessen sanatorium, to be specific. It's not mentioned how long he was there, but I'm sure it'll come up eventually in the show. He was there for a while, for sure. He kills his family, and Frumpkin, and Owelia, and we see him lose himself a little bit in both of these moments. In the campaign, when Caleb describes this scene, he describes it as when he heard his mother and father screaming and realized what he had done, it broke something within him and basically made him catatonic. And when he kills Owelia, when Nott shakes him out of it, out of this like stupor that he's in, and he sees what he's done to her, it again sends him into like a catatonic state. In the campaign, in the early days, whenever Caleb killed someone with fire, Matt made him roll a wisdom saving throw. And if he failed, he went catatonic and was basically incapacitated, was the function of that. We also saw the Cat's Ire Claw, which is Caleb's version of the Mage Hand. So he took the Mage Hand and modified it to look like a cat paw. This is something that Caleb did in the campaign. They call it Cat's Ire. And it was really nice to see it. I didn't expect to see it for a long time, even though I probably should have figured we'd see it because Mage Hand is just a cantrip. But unless it is supposed... Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe it's a modified Bigby's hand. So like Scanlan's hand was Bigby's hand. So I wonder if it's supposed to be Bigby's hand, actually. And
well,
it's
what
a modified...
level spell is that?
Ooh, that says using a slot of 6th level. Oh, Bigby's hand is a 5th level. There's no way.
I forgot what I was looking and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's like a higher level spell.
It is. So maybe it is a modified Mage Hand then. Maybe that's... You know what? It has to be Mage Hand because Caleb casts it all the time.
And it's a cantrip.
Yes, and very famously, it is the first spell that ESSEK ever sees him cast. It's funny. Caleb is the one that engages him in a conversation first because basically what it is like ESSEK is told to escort them. He's basically like their liaison when they get to the dynasty for the first time. And he's escorting them through the city. And Caleb steps up next to him and starts talking to him about, because he knows that ESSEK is a practitioner of Dunamancy. Caleb basically tells him at one point, I would love to learn Dunamancy. And ESSEK's basically like, yeah, you and everybody else. Basically like get lost. And Caleb is basically like, yeah, but like my people, the Empire, are kind of evil and they're perverting your magic and I want to stop that from happening. And Matt has him roll a persuasion roll and ESSEK is like, show me something, impress me. And he does Cat's Ire and ESSEK is so charmed by it that he teaches him Dunamancy. So yeah, it's nice to see Cat's Ire. It always makes me think of one of the first interactions between Caleb and ESSEK that I love. We saw not going after him. I started to bring up I brought up to you that he has to do wisdom saves in the game. When we see him pass out at the end, I'm kind of assuming that it's a similar, because it's not like a mechanic in the game. It's something that Matt and Liam talked about behind the scenes when they went into play. But here, it's just Caleb saw what he did and was just exhausted and passed out. My two last notes. We got almost verbatim, I swear to God, almost verbatim, the "He's my boy" speech. I was hoping that they would do it sometime this season, but I actually thought it would be a little bit later. It makes sense that, like, this is the perfect place for it. It makes 100% sense that it was in this episode. I was so caught up in everything else that was happening that it didn't even occur to me that we'd get that conversation. But that is a conversation that happens between Nott and the rest of the Mighty Nein. Caleb is not present for it. Caleb was very shady in the early days, the early episodes, and the Mighty Nein cornered Nott and basically were like, what's up with him? And she wouldn't tell them anything. And they kind of insinuated that he was blackmailing her or doing something to make her be loyal to him. And she did not like that, and basically turned around and was like, there's a parent-child relationship here, but what you have to understand is I'm the parent and he's the child. And everything that Nott says in this is something that he said in the campaign of, he's going to get stronger, he's going to get more powerful, you know, he's my boy and I protect him. That's exactly what Nott says in the campaign as well. It is, I'm so glad they didn't touch that speech because it didn't need to be touched.
You know, Nott, you count on Caleb to keep you safe, right? To achieve greater things than you by yourself can achieve. Think how many things you could do with all of us by your side. I'm not saying you don't have to be selfish, and I'm not saying that you can't go after treasure and coin.
There's a bit of a misconception here.
Okay.
Is there?
Caleb and I have a very special relationship. It is that of a parent and a child. But I am the parent. You do understand that, correct? I protect him. He's my boy, and I keep him safe.
It made me very emotional to hear that, especially after everything, because it's kind of like I said when we first started talking about like this discussion of, I really hope people give Caleb some grace. And it warms me that even though Nott saw everything that he did, she could have very easily been like, he's a fucking monster. She already knew he was a murderer because he was wanted for murder. And here he is in the middle of the wood, sundering a woman. But instead, she turned around, she helped him get somewhere comfortable, and she turned to the rest of the Mighty Nein and she was like, you don't understand him. Like, she's still very protective of him. And that is one of the most important parts of Nott and Caleb's dynamic, is she is overtly protective of Caleb. And I love that it hasn't been exaggerated in any way. Like, it is true to campaign, and it is one of the best parts of the campaign. Like, I love Pike and Grog, I really do, but I don't think anything holds a candle to Nott and Caleb. I really don't. And then my last note, we ended this episode with Caleb sitting down to tell everyone what's going on. Again, we've mentioned this a couple times. We don't really know how much he's going to share, just that assuming the Mighty Nein will know that he's a Volstrucker from here on out. I don't know if they're going to know about the names. I don't know if they're going to know about his parents, because again, like I said before, in the campaign, that was something that only Bo and Nott knew in the early days, but that's my last note.
Hey, you held it together. You did good.
I did. I'm so sad right now, though. I'm just like, I'm probably going to cry when we get off the phone again. Just like, get it all out.
It's an emotional episode.
Not going to be any fun or happy clips from this one for social media, guys.
Let me see if I have anything.
There was one thing I didn't mention that I should have mentioned. Awelius sent a message to Trent.
Yes, that was the one thing I was literally about to say.
That she found him. She found Bren.
One of the things I had was that Caleb, I believe it was Dominate Person. He used that on the Cobalt Soul Guide, be able to, for him to...
That's too high level. It would have been Hold Person.
To get him to kill himself?
Oh, that would have been Suggestion.
Suggestion. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Dominate Person is like a 4th or 5th level spell. He wouldn't have had those, yeah.
So Caleb used Suggestion for the Cobalt Soul. I don't know what his position would be.
He would have been a monk, so he would have been an archivist probably. Yeah, let me see. Now, normally when they use Suggestion, they have to say, like, I suggest you do this. And he didn't say that. But again, it's
different in show.
It's different in show, and they're not using like full Wizards of the Coast stuff because they're not calling it Stunning Strike. They actually call it Stunning Fist.
Yeah, they can't use the actual like terms of the spells or the names of them.
Suggestion is a 2nd level, so it almost certainly was
Suggestion.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Well, let me read this though. If you tell it to do something dangerous though,
It doesn't work, doesn't it?
yeah, it says asking the creature to stab itself,
It causes
throw
it
itself
to stop.
onto a spear, immolate self, or do anything obviously harmful ends the spell.
That's what I thought.
Let me see if I can figure out what spell this is. You keep talking and I'll interject if I find it, because it's got to be an enchantment spell, because it had to be a low level, because he's only they might be 5th level now, but I doubt it.
But he was like maybe 18 at that point.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I told you this before, but like Caleb left the Volstrucker when he was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So he was quite young. I mean, I can't imagine. And I mean, they just got to 5th level. So I don't even think it would have been a 3rd level spell. It would have had to have been a 1st or 2nd.
But the residuum, even though he was at many levels, I think it could have been something with the residuum.
Maybe it was. No, it couldn't have been command. What did he say? He said spill your guts, didn't he?
Something about spilling your guts, and he's like, how about you do that instead?
I don't know. It could have been command. Command is a 1st level spell, but it's usually command is usually one word, so that's why I didn't think of that. That is an enchantment spell, though. It's not Dissonant Whispers. It's not Crown of Madness. Like, to be fair, in D&D, there's no spell that you can say that will force someone to harm themselves, except for Geas, which is like a 6th level spell, so it's obviously not that. And that doesn't force them to hurt themselves. It forces them to do what you tell them, and if you don't, it hurts you.
Yeah. I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but we found out that Gesture cannot heal poison.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at all of the enchantment spells on D&D Beyond, and I'm not seeing any. The only ones I think that make sense theoretically are command or suggestion, but both of them say, like, if you were to suggest or command someone to do this, they would not. It would not work. So, I mean, but it's magic. It's a TV show,
Yeah.
so they can do whatever
It's a
they
TV
want
show.
with it.
Yeah. Do I have anything else? Did you mention that Caleb was in a polyamorous relationship?
No, I somehow forgot to mention that.
Would you like to talk about it? What?
Oh, Liam O'Brien, I'm in your fucking walls. The Mighty Nein and Legend of Vox Machina Twitter posted a gif of Frumpkin sleeping. He quote tweeted it with the fire emoji. He will rot in hell for that.
You know he was waiting for it. You know he was waiting to do that. Did you want to talk about Caleb being in the poly relationship and the relationship between the three of them, or because you know more about it than I do?
Yeah, I mean, how much do you want to know about it? I mean, most of it has come out here. I mean, there's really not more to it. So, yeah, so Astrid, Eadwulf, and Caleb are in a polyamorous throuple. Like, let's get that clear. This is not insinuation. This is canon. They were together. It is explained a little bit more by Caleb in the campaign when he tells them about Astrid and Eadwulf, that they all fell in love, but it was kind of a broken relationship because sadly, their romance was built off of they were all the other people had. Because the three of them were Trent's pupils and his star pupils. And because of that, there was an exceptional amount of pressure on them. And Caleb mentions at one point, you know, a lot of the torture that they went through involved the three of them being isolated together. Very specifically, there was a spot in a tower that they were thrown into, basically dressed in rags, no bedding, no sheets, no bed, and they would have to huddle for warmth. And after doing that so many times a week and for so many months, they grew to seek comfort in one another. I do find it interesting, however, that this episode did not discuss the fact that Astrid and Eadwulf also killed their parents. That does not come up, but they also did it. Their parents were also on that list. I'm sure Caleb will tell them about it. Well, maybe we will see it at this point. Who fucking knows? But I hope we don't see it. I mean, theirs is not nearly as bad as Caleb's is, obviously. Did I mention they actually did it differently in the campaign than how they did it in the show?
No.
It's actually worse in the campaign.
Oh.
In the campaign, they go and have dinner with his parents and like sit down and have dinner with them and act normal. And he like says goodbye to his mother and father and then walks outside, locks the door, and then sets it ablaze in the campaign. So it's actually better here, believe it or not, that they never have to see him. And it's never explicitly stated if they know that Caleb is the one that set the fire. I mean, because they're dead.
I mean, in the campaign, they have to have known.
Yeah. But in this, they don't know it's him. And that is a small mercy, is they don't know that Caleb is the one that did this to them. Yeah, it's actually worse in the campaign. But Astrid, Aedwulf, and Bren, their relationship ends when Caleb goes to Vergessen Sanatorium because Bren is no longer part of it, although Astrid and Aedwulf stay partners. I don't know if in the campaign it's ever confirmed if they stayed romantic or not, but in the campaign, Astrid had a lot of love for Caleb, and so did Aedwulf. They loved him, and they still love him, even though it's been X amount of years or whatever. They care for him very much, and even though they are still obviously loyal to Trent, there is loyalty still to Caleb. And I will be very interested to see how that actually plays out, because it's like the only time you ever see Astrid break in the campaign is after having a conversation with Caleb and not catches her like sobbing in an alleyway. I don't even remember what the conversation's about. I remember the scene, but Not follows her outside and finds her like sobbing in an alleyway over the conversation that she had with Caleb. Like, they still love him and he still loves them, but things can never be what they were. But they are, don't get it twisted, Caleb Widowgas is a bisexual loser, and he's my bisexual loser.
But that's all I had to what you didn't have.
Ouch.
Owie.
I think this is an episode that I find would be hard for me to rewatch just because of how much I care about Caleb. I don't want to say it's very rare that I latch onto a character quite the way I did with him, because there's been a few characters in my life that I've really, really, really loved and have been very protective over. Caleb has got to be up there in like my top 3 of like characters I will defend with my life. I feel as though I understand him a lot. And Liam, I mean, I have to give all credit to Liam for how he played him, but Liam O'Brien single-handedly changed the way that I play D&D through Caleb. And it was through Caleb that I fell in love with Wizards, which is my favorite class in D&D now. It changed the way that I played spellcasters and changed the way that I enjoyed RP. And it made me unafraid to go further with characters. I'm no longer afraid so much to have sad things in my backstory anymore, because I've seen how rewarding it can be when those narratives are dealt with. Liam as Caleb, both just in-game and out of game, completely changed D&D as an experience for me, and I'll be forever grateful. So even though I love him as a character, and even though in the campaign he's so important to me, he's important to me for other reasons too. So it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready to wrap up?
Yeah.
I'm just proud of myself that I didn't start crying again, but it was close.
I'm proud of you.
I did, but it was close. I think Meg and I are going to sign off here for the night. Thanks for watching with us. Sorry that you had to watch all that.
Don't apologize for your feelings.
I know my feelings are valid, but still, it's a little embarrassing to cry because of a fucking cartoon. That's putting it very simply. I know it's much more than that, but still, that was a rough watch. That was a hard watch. But you can check Meg and I out on Patreon if you guys would like to watch the unedited reactions to this. You guys can also check out the Cutting Room Floor, which we have as well under our $5 and $7 tiers. We have a new show coming for you guys in January. If you head over to our community, we're posting hints about what that show will be. We're going to reveal it in the finale of Mighty Nein. So towards the end of December, you guys will find out what our next show is going to be. Meg and I are this close to finishing it up. We have a couple more episodes to watch, but we're very excited about that. So we will wrap up here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.